Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you guys a new series, part 1 of What If Naruto was trained by Kaguya. Remember to get this 1 to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and comment down below and tell me what you think of it, so I can continue this series to the end. And after this, I'm going to be giving you What If Naruto Got Banished and Created His Own Village, part 1 as well. And sorry guys, I didn't put up the community tab last night. I'm going to be putting up after I done this What If, where you guys can go ahead and pick between the 3 What Ifs, which one I should do over Anime King 2. What if Naruto was neglected? Or what if Danzo trained Naruto? Or what if Naruto had the Sharingan and the Byakugan mix? So yeah guys, it's gonna be up a couple of minutes after I post this What If. So go over there and vote and tell me which one of them you want me to do over an Anime King 2. And I hope you guys enjoy yourself. So without further ado, let's start this new series. Start this series at the Valley of the End, where both Sasuke and Naruto are currently looking at each other. Naruto in his cloak form, the one-tailed cloak, and Sasuke in his demonic form, as the both of them had their attack ready. Naruto with his Rasengan, Sasuke with his Chidori. The both of them launch off of the rock as they rushed at each other, as before Sasuke could hit Naruto and combine their attack, he remembered what Itachi said as it flashed through his head. "You are too weak. You will never have enough hate to defeat me. And if you do desire the eyes that I possess, kill your best friend." As Sasuke decided to aim straight for Naruto's heart, he's no longer gonna clash with Naruto's jutsu. But Naruto was still in the rage form, as he came down on Sasuke with the Rasengan. But in a split second, Sasuke turned, as he shoved his Chidori right through Naruto's chest. As Naruto Rasengan dissipate, as the both of them fall down to the ground, Sasuke retreated his hand, as Naruto cloak fade away around him. Naruto's eyes were barely open, as he was coughing up blood. Naruto looked down to see a gaping hole in his chest. As he looked at Sasuke, tears were forming at his eyes, as he couldn't believe what just happened. "Am I going to die?" Naruto muttered, as Sasuke looked at him. "Sorry Naruto, but you needed to die so I can get revenge on Itachi," he said, as Naruto coughed up some more blood. Meanwhile, inside of Naruto, the fox, everything was getting dark. What is this? Is the kid dying already? "No, I must do something against this," the fox said, as he started to pump his chakra into Naruto's heart to try and fix the damage. But the damage was too great, as Naruto's eyes slowly closed. As Sasuke just looked down at Naruto, as memories of their friendship started to flash through his head, as a tear came at his eye. A part of him knew that he did a big mistake, but he needed the power to face off against Itachi. Suddenly, Sasuke heard someone calling out Naruto's name, as he turned around to see Rock Lee rushing towards him, as Lee stopped a few feet away from him. "Sasuke," Lee said. As Sasuke turned his face to Lee, his Sharingan in the process of changing, as his Sharingan switched to the Mangekyou Sharingan. As Lee looked down on Naruto, "Did you do this?" Lee asked, as he looked at Sasuke with pure anger in his eyes. Sasuke then turned his back, as he slowly started to walk away, as Lee started to fume with anger. But in a split second, someone appeared behind Lee and knocked him in the neck. As Sasuke was prepared for Lee, but he was surprised at the certain visitor. As the man readjusted his glasses, Lord Orochimaru sent me to rescue you. If you gotten into any trouble, said Kabuto as he looked at Sasuke. He then looked down at Naruto's body. Well, it seems like you killed one of your friends. There is no going back now. So, should I kill this one? Said Kabuto as he looked down at Lee. Or do you want them to know what you have done here? Sasuke turned as he wasn't saying a word, as Kabuto was shocked by his eyes. As his master Lord Orochimaru did research about the Sharingan, and that is the Mangekyou Sharingan. No, let him live. Let him go back and tell them, so they will give up on me and stop trying to bring me back to this village, said Sasuke, as he knew that from now on he would be branded as a criminal, and no one will try to bring him back, because right now he's so full of hatred and anger, he doesn't care about that village anymore. The only thing he wants is to kill Itachi. Kabuto just nodded. Alright, let's go then, said Kabuto. Meanwhile, the ninja's recovery team got there, as they found all the ninjas that were battling. Kiba, Neji, Choji, Shikamaru, Temari, Kankuro, and Gaara just finished burying Kimimaro, but he told Lee to go along so he can check up on Naruto and give him any assistance if he needed to. So that is why Lee came to see the site. So right now, the injured went back to Konoha with the medical team, as Kakashi, Gaara, and Sakura, who came with the medical team and the backup ninjas, as they were rushing through the trees as they came at the Valley of the End, as they saw both Naruto and Lee down on the ground, as Kakashi quickly rushed down there, as Sakura and Gaara followed behind him, as Sakura called out Naruto, but she got no response. Naruto, she said, as Gaara feared the worst, as Kakashi jumped down at a faster speed, as he appeared between Lee and Naruto. He then saw the gaping hole in Naruto's chest, as he placed a hand on Naruto to check his pulse, as his eye went wide. As Sakura arrived, Kakashi Sensei, wake them up, as she stopped in her tracks when she saw Kakashi feeling Naruto's pulse and also the hole in his chest. Tears came at her eyes as her face was drenched with tears already, as she watched her friend, her teammate on the ground dead. No, this can't be, she said to herself. Naruto! Naruto, she cried out as she dropped to her knees. Who could have done this, she said, as Gaara then spoke. There is only one person responsible. That's Sasuke. No! Sasuke would have never done something like this, said Sakura. Well, he's still alive, said Gaara, as he shook Lee. After a second or two, Lee came to, as he stood up quickly and looked around. It's alright, Lee. The recovery team is here, said Kakashi, as Lee looked down to see Sakura crying. Sakura, are you as he then stopped, remembering what he saw. Who did this? Said Sakura, as she was looking down at the ground, her fist clenched. It was Sasuke. No, that can't be, she said. I saw it, said Lee. He said that he needed to kill Naruto so that he could get revenge. He needed to do this. As Kakashi just looked down at his fallen student, as he blamed himself. The technique that he taught Sasuke to protect his friends, he used it to kill his teammate. As a small tear came at Kakashi's eye, but he wiped it away quickly. I still don't believe this, said Sakura. Sasuke would net Sakura, that's enough, said Kakashi, as he got pissed. As Sakura looked at her sensei for the first time, Her sensei was angry at her. Sasuke is responsible for this. Get that through your head, he said, as Sakura just kept on crying. No, this can't be, she said, clenching her hand to her chest as she looked down at Naruto. Sasuke, why would you do this? She asked as she started to cry. A few minutes later, the retrieval team was now in the hospital as most of them were badly damaged. As Kakashi came back to the Hokage's office, as he walked in, Tsunade saw the look on his face. Kakashi brought Naruto's body to the morgue before he came here, so Tsunade had no idea what's going on. What happened, Kakashi? Mission report, said Tsunade, as she saw the look from his one eye. That eye showed all emotions. As she started to bite her nail. Kakashi, what happened? She said. Naruto is dead. As Tsunade was stunned, as she sat back down in her chair. What? Naruto is dead? As memories of the blonde boy started to flash through her mind when he came and get her to become the next Hokage, when he told her to get over this phobia problem and to respect the Hokages. As she looked at Kakashi, what happened? She asked. Sasuke was the one that killed him, said Kakashi, as Tsunade tightened her fist as her dex was being cracked under the weight of her fist as she was in such rage. As she looked at Kakashi and saw the sorrow look on his face. I am sorry, she said to Kakashi. Kakashi didn't respond. Where is its body? Tsunade asked him. I left it at the morgue before I came here. And what about Sakura? Said Tsunade. She's in the hospital with the rest of the girls. She still hasn't grasped everything yet, because she still don't believe that Sasuke would be capable of killing Naruto. Damn him, said Tsunade as she cursed in her mind. That traitorous bastard killed Naruto and left the village. As a thought then came to her mind, what about the Nine Tail? She asked Kakashi. Well, residue of the Nine Tail chakra was around the area, so I believe Naruto used the Nine Tail's power in the battle. But Sasuke struck him right through his heart. The Nine Tail wasn't able to heal that wound, said Kakashi, as he sat down and looked at Tsunade. From the reports that Lord Jiraiya gave us, the tailed beasts are just massed amount of chakra. That means it has left Naruto's body and it will be reformed years later, said Kakashi. As Tsunade nodded, Jiraiya, she wondered, as she has to break the news to Jiraiya that Naruto is dead. After everything has settled down, I will do the preparation for the funeral, said Tsunade, as Kakashi nodded as he got up. As he started to left the room, Kakashi, said Tsunade, as Kakashi turned around to give her a glance. Time will heal all wound, she said, as Kakashi just nodded, as he put on a fake eye smile. I know, he said as he walked out. As Kakashi then sunshined away, as he went to a secluded area in the Leaf Village alone, as he looked up, as memories of Obito, Minato, Ren, everyone, now Naruto started to flash through his mind, as Naruto was the one to get him over all that problem that he had with Obito. Is blonde student that always managed to cheer him up, but now he's gone. As we skip to an unknown location, Naruto slowly opened his eyes. As he looked around, he was in a forest. Where am I? Said Naruto, as he looked around, as the memories then struck him, as he quickly grabbed onto his chest, realizing that the hole was gone. So this is it. I am dead, he said, as a few tears came at the corner of his eye. I will no longer become the Hokage. People only remember me as a monster, as something that they hate, he said, as he started to cry. As he then looked up, as he saw a house. What is this place? Heaven? He wondered, as he wiped away his tears. Maybe I'll finally get to meet and know my mother and father. As he walked towards the house, as he placed his hand on the doorknob and opened the door, as he opened it, he was sucked inside of the house. As Naruto closed his eyes, when he opened them back, he was in a kind of a cave. What is going on? Naruto asked himself as he looked around, as candles then started to lit up the area. As the candles surrounded a coffin, a very large coffin. Naruto walked up to the coffin as he was curious. Well, I am already dead, he said, with a fake smile on his face, as he was about to touch the coffin. But he then got burned. What is this? He wondered. If I am dead, how did I feel that? Or maybe I'm not dead. But Sasuke killed me. I remember. He shoved his hand straight through my heart. No one can survive that, not even me, said Naruto, as he knew that he has a quick healing ability, but not even him can survive that. He then walked around the coffin as he inspected the place, as he saw a carving on the coffin. He then placed his hand down on it, as he tried to move his hand, but his hand was stuck. As Naruto was starting to sweat as he tried to pull back his hand, as he started to get scared, as he then felt his life force being drained out of him, as it went on like that for about 30 seconds until his hand was set loose as Naruto dropped down on his butt. As he looked around, his eyes were foggy, as he could barely see. The coffin top then exploded as he saw someone rise up out of the coffin, but his eyes then locked as he fell unconscious. A while later, Naruto snapped back open his eyes as he felt like he was back to normal, but his body felt sore, as that was strange because he was dead. He then looked around as he saw a woman standing in the corner with long flowing white hair. Who are you? Said Naruto. The woman slowly turned around as Naruto stepped back, getting chills from her as he was a bit scared. Who are you? He asked again, but she didn't say anything. How did you get here? She then spoke in a booming voice, making Naruto a bit scared. How did I get here? I don't know, said Naruto. Who are you? He asked again. My name is Kaguya Osusuke. Kaguya Osusuke, said Naruto as he scratched the back of his head. I have never heard that name before. Kaguya just looked down at his hands. How did you free me? As she walked up to Naruto, as Naruto was stepping back until he reached the wall. As he closed his eyes, she placed a hand on his head, as her eyes then went white. As it went on like that for a while, about 20 seconds, as she then stepped back. Naruto Uzumaki, she said. That is the reason you were able to free me, because you possess a power of the Jubi. It is still inside of you, even though you're in this state. In this state? Naruto asks. What do you mean? You're in a state of life and death, but to the outside world you're dead. I know it, said Naruto as he held down his head. I will no longer complete my dreams and my goals. I read your mind. You want to become a Hokage? What is that? She asked him, curious. A Hokage? Oh, it's the leader of my village, basically. Hey, and who gave you permission to read my mind? She didn't say anything as she looked at Naruto. You're not dead, she said. I am not dead? So this is all some kind of freaky dream? Naruto asked. Not exactly. Your body, in the real world, is in a dead state. But it seems like you possess a piece of the Jubi's power. You called it a Kyubi, a nine-tailed demon fox. The power resided in you. I saw everything, up to your point of death. That friend of yours, Sasuke Uchiha, shoved his hand right through your chest. But you still think of him as a friend. Why? She asked. As Naruto looked down, I guess something is wrong with me. Sasuke just tried to... No, he killed me. But I still want to bring him back to the village. She walked up to Naruto, making Naruto gulp as he stepped back. As she had an angry look on her face. What's wrong? Are you some kind of idiot? She asked him. As she then poked Naruto in the chest. He just run his hand right through your chest, killing you, but you still want to bring him back to the village? As she then shook her head, as she remembered about Zetsu that she formed before, her sealing away. When will you get me out of here? She wondered, as she wanted to take back all of the power from humanity, as this is what humanity used power for: killing, war, destruction. But this one, he's different. His friend just killed him and he still wants to bring him back to the village. She was snapped out of her thoughts as Naruto talked. By the way, what are you doing in here? And what's up with that coffin? I already told you my name was Kaguya Osusuki, but you're not going to know me. My sons sealed me away in here for a very long time now. Your sons did that to you? Why? Naruto asks. That is not important at the moment. But it seems like you found a way to get in here. It seems like the Kyubi didn't want to leave his host because he would have been reformed after his chakra dispersed, and it would take a long while. He pumped chakra into your heart, a massive amount, as he tried to rebuild back your heart. But the damage was great. But he's still inside of you in the real world, trying to repair your heart. Right now, a physical part of you has transported yourself here because of his chakra and your will not to die. It seems like you came all the way here and you freed me. Freed you? Wait, why did your sons lock you away? Because I wanted to correct my mistake, she said. Correct your mistake? Humanity does not deserve to have power. You should all give it back. Give it back? Naruto asks. But she didn't say anything. So, if I am not dead, can you send me back? Naruto asked her. What is the point? She said. What do you mean what is the point? I want to go back and become the Hokage of my village. I already told you that. But you're dead to the people outside. Right now, most of them are happy that you're dead. As Naruto hung down his head, why would you say that? He asked. Well, from your memories, I can see that you have been beaten, cursed, poisoned, suffered by the hand of your villagers. But you want to become Hokage of that village. To kill them all? She asked. No, I wouldn't do something like that, said Naruto. And why is that? You have gone through so much because you possess that beast inside of you. People think of you as a demon, a monster, a creature. But instead of hating them and trying to kill them, you want to become Hokage. When you do, you will rule them. Will you then set out a law to make all of them suffer? He asked her. No, said Naruto, I want nothing like that. I just want good for my village. You're a strange boy. After everything you went through, you still want good for those people. It's not like that, said Naruto. They might have hated me, But it is because of a thing inside of me. But you're right. They didn't get time to know me or anything like that. They just heard about the monster. And then they started to hate me and treat me like the monster myself. You're right, you know. I have went through so many years of suffering. But recently, I made a group with my two friends, Sakura, as he smiled, remembering Sakura, and my friend Sasuke. But things have now turned to the worse. Orochimaru, that bastard, wants to take Sasuke's body, and he's so corrupted by hatred and power that he went along. And he even killed me, said Naruto, as a few tears came out of his eyes. As Naruto then sat down on the ground. So tell me, boy, what is the point of you going back now? You want to go back and bring this friend back to the village. But you can't. He has killed you. To most people. Most people are happy that you're dead. But what about your friends? Or this woman? Tsunade. You were the one that convinced her to come back to the village. Won't she hate this Sasuke? I know. People gonna be angry at him. But I have to be the one to convince them that he's a good person. Kaguya shook her head. You know, something is strange about you. You're a really weird kid. After so much that you went through, you cannot see that the human race is flawed. That friend of yours just killed you in cold blood. He didn't even care. And he then went off to join this Orochimaru that you speak of. And you still don't want revenge. You want to bring him back to the village. As Naruto was looking down. And he then spoke. Yeah, that's enough about me. The both of us are here. So, how am I going to get back, said Naruto? Well, the beast inside of you, its chakra, will take a long time to heal your heart. But I have to be the one to free you from here. And I won't. What? Said Naruto. Why won't you free me from here? Because there is no point of you going back. There is no point of you doing anything. After you went through so much, you still want peace and love. Love is nothing but hatred and pure suffering. That is the reason why my sons locked me in here in the first place. Love. Because he loved that girl. What are you talking about? Asked Naruto. That is not important, said Kaguya. So, answer me again. Why won't you send me back? Asked Naruto. Because you haven't proven yourself to me yet. Why should you even go back? You were killed so easily. You are still weak. And what I saw from your memories, you have bigger threat in this world of yours. That organization that is after you, they will hunt you down because of a demon inside of you. And you won't be able to defend yourself. So let me out of here so I can go train and become strong. I already told you, the beast inside of you will take a long while to heal your heart. But for right now, everyone outside, you're dead to them. Your body has no life. Naruto hung his head down in shame. So what am I going to do? How long will the Kyuubi take to heal my heart? A couple of years. And this organization, they're going to come after you again if they find out that you're alive. And you will be taken. And then, you will truly be dead. Or are you still going to go after these so-called friends of yours, Sasuke? So it doesn't matter. Your life isn't important. That is why I won't release you from here. You won't make a change or anything like that. You will just continue on with your previous work. So what do you want me to do then? Asked Naruto. If I stay in here for years, I will be the same when I exit. I will still be weak, not strong enough to defeat Orochimaru. I still need more power. Power, you say? she said, looking at him, as she activated her Byakugan. As her eyes then sent out a pressure that sent Naruto down to his knees, as his head then lowered down to the ground. "What is this force?" he asks, as she then released the force. "Is that the power you're talking about?" she asks him. "What? You're this strong?" said Naruto. "So, can you teach me?" "Teach you? What are you talking about, silly boy?" she asks him. "Well, you're strong. Can you make me become stronger so I can complete all of my goals and stop Orochimaru and the Akatsuki and everyone? My power is far greater than any human imagine, and you don't deserve it." "I don't deserve it? Why won't you teach me?" Naruto asks. "Because your heart is full of too much love, too much kindness. You need to know the real truth of reality. Now come here and let me tell you a story." But guys, I'm be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends in your social media platform, and stay in tune for What If Naruto Got Banished and start his own village. But for now, I'm out of here. Peace.